Hello and welcome to your planting out demo video. So first things first, we need to make sure that our last frost date has passed, and this is if you're planting out things that are frost sensitive. So anything like cosmos, tomatoes, any of those types of plants. If you're in any doubt, then please pop them in the Mighty Networks group and I can let you know whether they're frost tolerant or not. These ones that I'm going to be planting out today are sweet peas, and they are slightly frost tolerant. They will tolerate a light frost, hence why I'm planting them out today. So I'm recording this at the start of very end of April. Where I live in the south of England, there will still be some frost, probably till mid-May. So my more sensitive plants I'm going to be keeping until then. So you want to make sure you've checked your last frost date and you know when it is. The next step then is familiarise. Now this is getting your plants used to being outside, and we do this really gradually. These ones have been coming in and out of the greenhouse for the last couple of weeks, so they are absolutely ready to go in the soil. The next step then is to fork out, or I'm using a trowel here. That is my implement of choice. So you're going to use it to dig a hole that is twice the width and twice the depth of the plant that you are planting. So quite big. So you really want to clean that out as much as you can, and then what you want to do is you want to use your implement to really loosen the base and the sides of the planting hole. Okay, this just allows the roots of the plant to be able to get access to the to be able to sort of penetrate the soil and just have a bit of an easier journey of it, basically. Okay, then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to improve the soil in your planting hole. Now, for most plants, I use this, which is blood, fish and bone. It's an organic fertiliser, and it's a lovely granular one, so it's really great for mindful gardening because you can kind of really focus on it as you sprinkle it. But because sweet peas love to have really lots of nutrients, then you can then you need something a little bit more intense. So I'm using a load of homemade compost. Just going to pop that in the bottom of the bucket there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so pop that in. That will also, it will improve the soil, but it will also help the sweet peas to hold on to a bit more water. So sweet peas really love to have wet feet, and they're really water hungry plants. So just by using that will improve the amount of water that they can hold on to. Now I'm going to try and show you here. I'm using these out of the root trainer. You can see the roots have come right out the bottom, which probably means I haven't been watering enough. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have to try and pull that out. It's quite tough actually. There we go. And then I'm going to lift the plant. So can you see there? So really what you want is all these roots up here not really escaping out the bottom. So I'm just going to kind of pull those apart actually a little bit. Because what I want for these roots is I want them to spread out into the ground. So I don't want them to be all kind of root bound at the bottom of the pot. And you can do that with any plant that you plant out. Okay, so we're just going to pop that in there. Okay, then right in the middle, and then we're going to use our hands to backfill with the soil. Okay, just really gently pressing that around. Okay, and you're going to create a little moat around the edge. What this is going to allow to happen is that the water you're going to pour on here is going to sit around the base of the plant, and that means the plant can use it where it needs it most, which is at its roots. So we'll just press that down to make that little moat shape there, and then grab our water, little watering can, and you're going to give it a good flood, really good drink. And you can see there where I've created that moat, the water is really sitting around the base of the plant. Just let it kind of soak in, and then just give it another little water. And this is really good for all plants to use this method, but especially for sweet peas, because like I said, they love water. So the more water you can allow for them to kind of collect around their roots, the better. And then what you're going to do with these bits, because it's sweet peas and they want to clamber, just going to tie those on up to the supports there. So you might be growing, if you're growing sweet peas, you might be growing them up a wigwam, so like canes for example, and you just want to tie them in. I'm going to tie both of those in, one there, one up there, and I'll have two nice spikes ready to give me lots of flowers hopefully. So that's it, it's really simple. Give it a go, let me know what you're planting out.